welcome back to another great episode of the Vibes Podcast. I'm your host, FM, and today we got a special guest that goes by the name of...
Moshe.
Yeah, she done switched it up on us about 4 times already, but how you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
How was your trip?
It was a lot. Tired.
Got on your nerves?
The people did too much.
For the people, where you originally from?
Brooklyn.
How was it growing up in Brooklyn for you?
Amazing. Wonderful.
What kind of person were you growing up?
I've always been a chatterbox. I used to get in trouble for talking, literally, and then now look what I do. I talk to people and make money while doing so. And so, just so in case one of my teachers is watching, one of them that put me in detention at one point for just talking, now look where I'm at. I'm with the Vibes Podcast.
Yes, man.
But I've always been just about my books. I always tell people I'm 2 different people. I could be with the ratchet, the fun, and I'm about my education. So I've been in charter school most of my life. I went ahead, I graduated, went to college, got a bachelor's. So I've always been, although I am who I am, this bubbly person and bright and vibrant, I'm about my money, I'm about my education always, first. So.
Respect that. Did you think that you'll be in this type of business?
I did, actually. I did. So I'm big on watching YouTubers and, just a young girl that's always been involved with social media, and it's just, I love what I've seen. And then also, I used to always get my hair braided at this spot on Church Ave, and this lady and her husband, they owned it. And she used to come in with her blazers on. She'll probably have some jeans. She'll dress down sometimes with some cute boots and whatnot, and come and collect the money from every booth rental. And I was like, oh, who that? I was like, oh. I was like, all right. And I was a young girl at that time. I don't even know if they still standing. I'm not too sure. But also, just looking up to my mom, she always been about her money. She got her own story. So just coming from a family where, we are how we are, flawed out and all, but we about our money. We, built off principle and morals. And so I didn't know not exactly, but I didn't know where I would be today.
What's one thing people assume about you that they may be wrong about?
I have a certain phase. I don't know if it's the Brooklyn girl in me. I'm not too sure. But I have a certain straight face where people could be confused. And then once I start talking and smiling, then it's like, oh, you mad cool. Oh, yeah, I bet, right? So that's just a misconception that people may have, that I'm probably mean or whatever. And then I start talking and you realize we got so much in common and we cool.
Yeah. I got that energy when you came in and you like, oh, she about to cuss us out. But then it was like, oh, no, she cool. Just, you know what I'm saying?
You got to get to know people.
Yeah,
you cannot judge a book by its cover. Just because I have a, certain phase. The energy. One thing about me, anywhere I walk in, I leave, you ain't going to forget. I bet I'll be here again.
If somebody had to describe you in one word, what would it be like? What would it be and why?
I don't know. People have so much to say. Good things.
Okay.
Good things. The one thing people say, they just be like, yo, Mo, you be about your business. You be about your, I don't know. I think coming from where I come from, I don't know what it is, but a lot of girls or even men that I grew up with, we all done became businesswomen and businessmen. I don't know. God works the way how it works. But a lot of people that I went to school with, from elementary up until even college, a lot of these girls and men and women, they became businesswomen and men. So a lot of people, they see who you hang out with, who you keep yourself around, who your company is, and they begin to have this type of misconception about you because of the company that you are keeping. So when they meet a girl named Mo, it's like, oh, she doing this, she doing this, she doing that. Oh, you doing this too? Oh, you. So it's that's why, one thing I always hear is you always helping people, or you always just about your business. You showing people things that people never seen before. It could come from experience as well. So that's business savvy, if that's, the word.
Yeah, it is.
Use that. Yeah.
It is. What got you started into networking and building connections?
I love this. So, at one point in my life, I was very depressed without knowing it. And my mom, she went and moved to North Carolina. And my dad, my stepdad retired from being a truck driver. And my biological father passed away. And my twin sister, she went to the army in Hawaii. They sent her ass to Hawaii. Oh, can you curse?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
We do what we want.
And I felt so lonely without realizing that I was like feeling this way. And I was like, I'm out of here. I don't want to be in New York no more. I'm done with this. I just felt stagnant. I made too much money, and I made a lot of money young as well. So I got tired of the clubs. I got tired of not investing my money properly. I just got tired. I don't know. And I said, I'm out. And I left and I moved to Atlanta. And a lot of people don't really know this only because it was only for a short period of time. But I learned a lot within 6 months. And I met this lady, shout out to Brina Cole, that's my girl. And she was hosting networking events. And when you see on social media these networking events, you more so see women.
Yeah.
It was women and men. So just work, because I was working for her as a lash tech, and he was teaching me other things as well while I was working in that building. She had multiple different salon suites and different stores, commission based, and I was commissioned. But I also did substituting on the side, whatever. But I knew that me coming to Atlanta, the substituting was just to pay the bills, more so. And then I was traveling back and forth. But the networking is what helped me. Yeah. Even today, where I have a host that's coming for my networking event, she's from Atlanta. I have a marketing agency owner I met when I was out there, she's from Atlanta. So it was just the benefit of networking. Where it was like, I ain't even making no money to go and get my heads on my nose on and this, that, and the third. But I done met all these different people. Yeah. And it connects back to also today. So some people may see like, oh, okay, like she just throwing this event and she doing whatever she doing, but how is it going to benefit me? The same way it benefited me when I was down and low and broke. My brokenness, it humbled me. I'm a whole different person. I always talk, like a lot of my friends, when I went back home, Mo, you different. Mo, you changed. I grew. I grew. So, what started it was Atlanta. Atlanta started it. Atlanta inspired me. And I said, there's no young entrepreneurs in New York doing this. Brooklyn, to be exact.
Facts.
They don't even know what a networking event is. They don't know nothing. But that's why I'm here to show them. Because I said, look, I love New York. I love my clients. I don't know if I said I'm a lash tech, esthetician to be exact. But that's how I make my money. And that's also how I fund my networking events. And I barely make a dime. But with reaching out to people that can help me with sponsoring. So like liquor brands, the gift bags, whatever. It helps within the support. And it's a bigger meaning behind it. And it's hard, but it's hard as the founder. Because I'm juggling many different things, but it's a bigger purpose behind it.
Yeah.
No limits. And that's who I am. No limits.
Listen, I'm going to tell y'all now. The next people that come on this podcast, this is the energy I need.
Y'all need to bring
all that dry shit y'all be doing, bro. Tighten up.
Yeah.
She just, drove like 3-4 hours just to get here to do the interview and still got the energy. Y'all need to tighten up.
They need probably a shot or something.
Yeah, that's right. I think we need to start having
So that's what I do for my speakers.
But see, with me drinking...
Well, no, I'm good. When I was waiting for my 10-minute Uber, I went and stopped at the bar that was right next door.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So I'm like, let me just, one little shot. Not too much because you don't know how people are going to act.
Yeah,
So just one little shot would be okay. And it'll open them up. Take a shot before you come. Or, next thing you know, they'll be sponsored by Hennessy. Hennessy, if you're watching this, sponsor the Vibes podcast for their guests. Okay?
Tighten up, Hennessy.
Because they can give you
What was one first real win that made you say, I'm on this?
This may sound crazy, but it's a win to me. So, people always ask me, like, how you choose your speakers. can't even give anybody a real answer. It's something about where, cause I could choose somebody with the lowest count of followers.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like it makes sense. So, all right, for example.
They be the best ones.
It's crazy because some of my speakers that I've spoken to, they all aligned without me knowing that they aligned. And I'm going to just go back to what I said about Atlanta. I wasn't a girl that read the Bible. I wasn't a girl that went to church every Sunday. Wasn't that girl. That wasn't my household. You know, sorry for saying this, but the only time we ever really went to church was if somebody passed away, really. Now, you know, with, like I said, being humbled and going through everything that I went through, I pray a lot now. I read my Bible, do my devotions. I even attend certain meetings because the only person that was there was God. Mm-hmm. And then this goes back to even now today where, like I said, I'm not picking my speakers off of like benefiting or anything like that. It's more so I like what they're doing. This is what the theme is. I want this speaker. And then when I speak to them on the phone, it's like, wow, this person along with this person. Everybody got a story. Okay, come to find out, this is why you're doing here. And then this other speaker that's doing here is y'all. It all work out in some way. So with this being my third event, it's like, damn, like this event really showed me that I'm doing something big. Mm-hmm. I'm doing something that later on I could look back, and I also tell people, thank you for being a part of history. Yeah. Because this is going to be big. Girls Mogul will definitely be big.
Well, let's get into it. When is Girls Mogul?
Girls Mogul is May 17th. It's from 3 to 8 p.m. in Brooklyn, New York, on Myrtle Ave in Bushwick, to be exact.
How would a person grab some tickets? Or?
Of course. You said how?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys can go on www.girlsmogul.com. It's the official website. To then click the link that will then send you over to Posh.VIP, where you can purchase your tickets. We have general admissions, and I also have VIP ticket holders, where VIP is for a 2-for-1 night, where you'll be with me, the founder, and a cuisine company, which a restaurant. I just call it cuisine just to make it a little, you know, more fancy. Yeah, but we will be filming my own new talk show, and it will be with entrepreneurs. So it will be similar to Girls Mogul, how I do my events, down to dress code, down to how cute it is, and how I orchestrate everything, but it's in a smaller, intimate setting. Mm-hmm. So something like this, but it will be with more people, and then we'll be sponsored by the restaurants.
Okay.
So, yeah, I wish I could share more details on the restaurant, but, you know, if you follow Girls Mogul, then you'll be able to see which restaurant did sponsor us.
Y'all better follow right now.
Follow right now. It's going to be a problem. Come and get you.
What was one moment that almost made you give up?
Give up on what? Anything?
Anything that you choose to share. Let's just start from...
One moment was... when I moved to Atlanta, I met this man. And I said, girl, you ain't come out here for that. And I was pregnant. Okay. And I decided to deal with that. And I felt like, I don't know, I used to say, like, I felt like God was punishing me, but he doesn't punish his children. At the time, that's what I did thought. And I was like, yeah, I'm done. I give up. I'm moving to New York. We're moving back to New York, and that's going to be that. I'm done. I don't want to do nothing. I don't care. And then I met this lady. I'm not going to go too much into details because I get a little sad when I speak about this story. But I met this lady in an Uber. She was the driver. And y'all know who Tiffany Haddish is?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
She had the Tiffany Haddish spirit. Like, just loud and bold. And it's like, me, I'm very outspoken, but I'm not going to say the things that she said to me in the car. And she basically was just like, oh, you going back home? And I looked at her like, what? Because that was the day I left, March 1st of 2024. And I looked at her like, what? She was like, yeah, I was dropping somebody off across from your complex, like talking like that. And I seen you moving with boxes. I was like, Okay. And at that point that she's speaking to me, I just finished crying my eyes out because I said, I came to Atlanta and I didn't do what I was supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like a failure. And I was just like, I'm going to go back to Brooklyn and I don't even know if I'm going to do lashes anymore. After the conversation with this lady, I don't know if it was like a spiritual thing. It was like she knew me and certain things that she was saying. And she was telling me, like, don't feel like you failed. Don't feel like, oh, you came out here and didn't do what you were supposed to do. She said, look at it like in a vacation. She said it was a vacation. She said, you had to come out here. You had to get away for that short period of time for you to get your mind right, for you to focus up, come back to Brooklyn, go back to Brooklyn and do what you're supposed to do. And because of those words, I literally said, you know what? As soon as I get in the airport, I have a book. Till this day, people always ask me, like, yo, Mo, you came back from Atlanta doing this. Ain't stopped since. I ain't stopped since. I've been grinding since. Since March 1st, 2024, we're in a shelter and all. Nobody even knew I was in a shelter. I ain't wear it. Never supposed to wear your struggle. And with that being said, once I got in the airport, I wrote down a few goals. And I checked off at least 4 of those goals. And networking events was one of them. So, you know, the networking events is bigger than just putting people together. It comes with a story. It comes with a story. And it's bigger than that, like I said, and I'm able to bring people together. And every time people always like, by the end of the night, yo, Mo, your event was late. Because look, even though, you know, we're going to do the business stuff, we need a good DJ for the great music. You know? We need some great liquor. We need some great panels. Not the boring panels. Trust me, it ain't boring. But that's why this will be the first time I'll be streaming live. Okay. Just to show a little bit of what's going on so people could see. I don't show too much on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch. And then I'll be posting on YouTube. So, you know, just gathering things together because, like I said, we will have a talk show soon. I've always wanted to do it. It's very hard bringing people together, especially people in New York. People not a lot of people are built like me, where you can handle 10 million things and still make sure you show up or you do what you got to do. They not like me. I could work from 9 o'clock. Look, I've been working non-stop, taking girls 9 o'clock in the morning to 11 o'clock at night. That's my 7:30s and my 9:30 last slots, squeeze-in slots at that. Some days, you know, it's hard, and then I got some days where I could do it. But at the end of the day, I do it, and that's what it's about. Like I said, no limits. So
it's an amazing story, man. Yeah. I better tap in.
Yeah.
You know, I'm inspired.
Oh.
Like this is crazy. So basically, that was one person that actually helped you back then.
Yes.
Because that was my next question.
Yes.
So you're killing it.
Yeah.
Killing it.
I do this.
What did you have to sacrifice to get here?
I sacrificed losing people. I sacrificed even going through my own demons. I sacrificed a lot. People don't understand how lonely it get. When you're so busy, you can't always show up for everything. That means you missing friends, events, family events. I've missed a lot because I'm just trying to win. So it get very lonely. I feel like coming from a girl where, you know, I have a lot of friends, a lot of family, is hard. And yeah, just the lonely feeling sometimes. And I feel like that's really honestly the only, like, sacrifice sometimes. Like, just the loneliness. Other than that, I don't take nothing back from what I do, how hard I go, even missing certain things. It is what it is, because at the end of the day, like I said, it's bigger than this. And it's going to make sense later on. It's about how hard you go. So.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely understand that.
Yeah.
So basically, we can. But what hurt you the most, but helped you grow the most? That story.
What hurt me the most that also helped me was learning that all you have is you, and that you can't depend on people. That was my biggest lesson in 2024, where I had to wake up. Like I said, I come from a big family, so you got support left and right, left and right, left and right. But if you got mama moving, this person moving, twin sister leaving, little sister going into college, everybody getting old, everybody doing their own thing. You got friends, you got family, everybody doing something. And you get into this space where, like, where I was feeling stagnant, and I'm feeling like, you know, I gotta get out of this feeling. I left everybody behind, and when I left everybody behind, they also left me behind. So when I came back, I'm looking for people. I ain't have nobody. I tell everybody, what made you start Girls Mogul? In my shelter room. Having dark thoughts. And told myself that I was bigger than this. So, that's it right there.
What separates people who network versus people who actually build?
Repeat the question.
What separates people who network versus people that build?
Networking and building is not, because it's two different things.
Okay.
Networking wise, that's like what I'm doing right now. I'm coming in, hey y'all, how you doing? Podcast. You know, cute and all. But are we going to continue this partnership in a way? We don't know how far we could go with this partnership. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? That's the difference between networking and building, because we going towards something and we ain't just chit-chat and follow each other on Instagram and keep it pushing from there. Yeah. No. That's not what it's about. So that's like, for example, I have a media station this year at Girls Mogul. It's a podcast. Maybe when I do something out here, then it will be you guys. That will be my media station, and I'll put people in the forefront, set everything up. That's the difference between networking and building, because we're creating something beyond networking. And yeah, that's it.
What's the biggest mistake people make at events like yours?
Bringing business cards. Bringing business cards. Baby, them things be on the floor by the time I'm done. I be telling the cleaner, I pay the fee. Yeah, I'm paying the fee. What it is, $250, it is what it is. All right, because I'm not picking up all these business cards on the floor. That's the biggest mistake people think, where some people, they go on me, I'm going to take a business card and throw them. I probably got about 5 business cards in there. I done took from around, you know. But as far as other people, they ain't like me. They just going, they probably done had 5 drinks by the end of the night, and they probably done thought they had 5 business cards they going home with, ain't going home with none. It wasn't probably purposefully, because we all doing something of different industries, but that's what happens, unfortunately. So if you can have something that's electronic wise, they got different apps, just show somebody your Instagram. More so, that be quicker. Like, I just became a part of this agency called AFM in New York, where they got me shooting like different hotel content, restaurant content on TikTok. All the people I've been meeting, I'm not giving them business cards, and they not even coming up to me asking for business cards. Hey girl, what's your Instagram? Okay, it's this. So, you know, just, I feel like that's the biggest mistake people could make. Just, if anything, don't go printing out 50 million business cards. Probably print out 20, but you could still give everybody plus that 20 that you gave the business cards your Instagram. So,
I think Instagram would be quick as well.
And quick as well. Bam, bam, boom. We follow each other. I ain't got time to get real.
And it's like direct. It's like getting people numbers.
Yes. Exactly.
Because everybody on Instagram. I mean, you got people that's on Facebook.
Exactly. Like that man that was following. What's your Instagram? At the Real Ash Bulls. If you could spell it, you could spell it. But you know, at the networking events, you know, you put the phone out, you know, at da-da-da.
How do you read the room full of strangers?
I don't. I do what I do. That's what makes me mean. Because I came in, I don't know y'all.
Yeah.
I don't know y'all like that. We spoke over, you know, Instagram. We spoke over emails. You know, we kept in touch. But this is, once again, networking and building, 2 different things. But I walked in, and one thing about me, y'all don't even know, I'm tired. I'm running on 3 hours of sleep right now. Y'all would never know that. Because I'm coming in and I'm doing me. I came in to do something. But also, it's really who I am as a person. It's really who I am as a person. I could turn it on and off, on and off. But bet when I leave, I'll probably be asleep on the way going back.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure that turn on and off.
It's okay. It's gonna come with experience. It's about experience. You gotta experience more, and then it's gonna hit you one day. You're gonna be like, oh, I got this shit, you know.
I like that.
Yeah.
What's one connection that changed your life? I mean, that changed everything for you. I could have still said life.
One connection. It was that lady that I always speak about. I love her. Like, till this day we speak. Because it's just like, girl, like, you showed me a whole different life. Like, when they say Atlanta is Black Hollywood, believe it. It's beautiful. I love Atlanta. I love Atlanta so much. Like, to the point where, oh, let me tell y'all something, a little personal tip. I went to Mexico for my birthday by myself. Okay. I met a man in Mexico. Guess where he was from? Atlanta. Atlanta is for me, okay? Like, and we about to make 1 year. If that ain't God, went from a one-night stand to, yeah, you know, so.
That was a great one-night stand.
Great, amazing, beautiful, and still beautiful. So, you know, I just feel like Atlanta was for me, and meeting that lady, and literally somebody sent me her ad on Instagram. And I was like, commission, because coming where I'm coming from, I'm making a coin or 5. So, not really making that much in one day. I was just like, but I stuck it out because of how she was, and how even though like she seen I kind of stopped with the substitute working wise, like taking the gigs and stuff, and she'll send me to different locations to make more money. Or like even when I was like, yo, I gotta go, I gotta start going back to New York, making some money with my girls. I was going every month for like probably 3 months, and I'm not gonna lie, going back and forth, it was like, damn, like I kind of miss making my money that I make. I gotta go back home. And I told my girl, I'm like, girl, I don't know if I could, you know. And she was like, girl, what you need? I was like, baby, I don't need nothing, I gotta go back home. So it was like, just that connection alone, because it showed me a lot. She like had me meet different people. I got cool with her sister. Like, just, it benefited me in so many different ways. Like, I know a lot of people because of this lady. And this goes, and it's just who she is as a person. It don't got nothing to do with me working with her, because there's plenty of people where if they would speak of this lady name, they're saying great things about her. Exactly. So that little connection for those 6 months, literally.
Good.
Amazing.
So do you believe in genuine support or strategized relationships?
Both. So I don't know if y'all know who Natalie Nunn is. Okay, so wait, what's the guy name? He's a podcaster. Football player. What's this dude name?
Cam Newton.
Yes. Love him. Okay, yeah, love him. Now, they did an interview. And it went viral on Instagram. And everybody was clickbaiting, and they breaking up certain clips. Something said, you know what, let me go watch it. I learned a thing or two from watching it. I learned about businesswomen more than anything from watching it. And that's what she spoke about. Genuine and being strategic. She kept saying Hollywood shit. But if you a businesswoman, you really feel her. If you're not a businesswoman, you'll look at her like, this girl, she a hot mess, she a this, she or that. People thought she was drunk. I think she was faking.
I thought she was drunk.
I think she was faking. I don't care.
But then I thought about it. I said, no, this motherfucker.
It's all strategic.
This motherfucker's smart.
Everything's strategic. She spoke about it. She said, y'all thinking that we setting up these fights, it'd be, you know, a little small tingle too with the girls. They gonna make it bigger than what it really was. But it's the girls that started it out. They just dragging it out just a little bit. But it initially started with a problem. And then this also goes into her doing podcasts now. She's building her own personal brand outside of Zeus. People gotta wake up. Like, I'm hip to everything, even with the music, even with the this. She didn't been do it because she didn't have the support like how she has now with Zeus. Okay. It started with baddies. Now she's probably seeing it's ending, it's probably getting slow rate, it's probably going low here, then it's high there. That's what she spoke about in the interview. She spoke about how the only thing that's high in the ratings are the fighting. Unfortunately. She spoke about, hell yeah, I'm fighting for, let's do donations, let's show up for this for the kids, let's do this. Those are the lowest ratings in the show. People don't want to see that, believe it or not. She's a strategic woman. Yeah,
I was watching a podcast when he was just talking about that. About
I now
how people don't want to see great things. They want to see motherfuckers fighting.
Unfortunately.
And it is fucked up because it's like there's a lot of other things going on besides fighting. But I get it. Like I ain't mad at it. How do fake love and opportunities?
How do I what?
How do you handle fake love and opportunities?
Alright, so the kind of person I am, I'm gonna give everybody a chance. I get a lot of people that be DMing me like, yo, I wanna work with you, yo, I wanna do this, yo, I wanna do that. Alright, come on, tag along, let's go. Let's see. Let's go for the ride. Let's see how we can do this. And I'm gonna see based off how you perform yourself to know how I'm gonna move forward with you. I may still move forward with you, but how I'm gonna do it. How I'm gonna go about this. How because then now I gotta be strategic. Because it ain't really aligned and it ain't making sense. Everything has to make sense. Everything have to make sense in all aspects, every single thing. So, with that.
Hey, well, listen, we gonna have to cut these out, man, because you know she gotta get back to New York. Well, listen,
I'm coming back though.
Yeah, I need you to because we need to finish this and we all that out. It was a bunch I had a lot for you.
Ask me one more. Make it good.
All right, let me look through.
Make it real good. Look, I almost said, I was like, baby, if I miss my boy. Because it's so nice over there. So I'm like, let me see, they got a little hotel or two. Then I was like, damn, I left one of my IDs. The other one expired. Ask me a good one.
Yeah, what version of you are you becoming right now? I'm sorry.
People tell me I'm different. I believe it now. You know how they be like them little Instagram girls and little content creating girls? I'm kind of becoming one of those girls.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't by force though. It just fell into my hands in a way.
Okay.
So like now, like with my TikTok blowing up and stuff like that, I get mad PR. I get so many different people asking me to come out and do this for them and do that. I'm getting New York is it. Like when it comes to like influencing world, when it comes to like a small gig, like you get paid to go to events. You get paid to do anything like influencing wise, anything content wise. You don't even have to have all these followers people think you're supposed to have. No, you don't. It's because the brands is looking at what you're doing and then they're just like, all right, that person fit in. What I spoke about, alignment. It makes sense for them. So now like the way how my brand is, I feel like it's aligning with the content created thing where it's like I didn't think that it would go there. You know, but I mean, I guess I'm still on my business shit, but one thing I realized with my networking events, I have to also build my personal brand.
Yeah.
I didn't know that at first. So I gotta do more photo shoots. I gotta do more podcasts. I have to continue to build myself up for the future of my businesses. So, yeah.
What's next for you?
The talk show. The talk shows was next for me. LA is what's next for me. I want to go to Los Angeles and do something. I want to shake something up. Los Angeles is like New York in a way. Y'all should follow this Instagram page called New York City for free. That's gonna tell you everything you need to know. Because now they have like a LA for free, but we don't really see other ones for free. Where's the other states for free websites? Where's the other? And what that platform basically is, you're being invited to like certain events, or let's say if like for example, Hannah Montana had a pop-up shop. I was in the area. I got invited to go. It was a free event. Don't get me wrong. It was like 1,001 people at the end of the block, but if you go and you post that one thing, next thing you know, you got about 15 million other people in your DMs asking you to show up for this next thing or that next thing. So.
Well, listen, I need y'all to. Oh, well, no. Tell them where they can follow you at.
Oh, yeah. So, my Instagram is The Real Lash Boss. My other Instagram for the networking is Girls Mogul. We have a lot coming. I even want to do like something with music where I know so many different artists in New York, producers, videographers, directors, you name it. That's where I'm headed next. Music. It's going to be bigger than just girls that do hair and lashes. No shade, because I do what I do. But like I said, Girls Mogul is going to be way bigger than just what we see right now. So make sure y'all follow. And, you know, if you got any questions or if you want to work with me, you know, shoot me a DM. And I just want to thank.
No, she got to go through me first. She got to go through me first. It's too much talent over here, man. Can't let y'all just get right to her.
I'll be back. I do appreciate y'all for having me.
appreciate you for coming
I appreciate y'all so much. Even though it's been short, it's been fun. It made my night. Like I said, I was so tired, but I'm happy that, you know, I put everything to the side, and you know, it was a great outcome. Y'all made me feel super comfortable. I'm not gonna lie. I feel really, y'all mad cool. Y'all a little quiet over there, but well, not you. You my boo. Yeah. Yo, but it's okay. We gonna get you talking next time. We gonna get you talking probably more next time.
You gonna need that probably. You make beats and all that.
Oh look, okay. Come to New York, boo. What's up? Like I'm trying to get in the booth. Like I'm trying to do that next.
Hey, I got a crazy idea for you. We'll talk about it on camera.
Oh, we'll talk about it on camera.
Hey, listen,
okay.
make sure y'all like, subscribe, and follow.
Yeah.
Just tap in, man.
Yeah.
Tap in. Don't be scared.
Don't be scared. We ain't gonna bite.